live from Pohang, South Korea. You're listening to Tommy Razorstein. Alright, today we're going to talk about Donald Trump. Recently, at a Donald Trump rally, a Muslim woman was forced to leave the rally. Now, you can say, well, she was provoking the audience and she was a problem and she needed to be forced out immediately before it got worse, and she deserved to get forced out. She deserved to be taken out and removed from the rally. And others can say, well, all she was doing was standing up. She wasn't saying anything. She didn't have a sign or anything. All she had was a patch on her shirt that was the shape of a star. Now, it is the same kind of star that the Jews would wear during Nazi Germany. The Germans would force the Jews to wear stars on their shirt to show that they are Jewish. So that way they could be discriminated against and rounded up later. Now, the Islamic woman is saying, well, this is the same thing that's going to happen, and this is how we're going to be treated, and that we are just people like you, and that we could be treated the same exact way. So what did the people around her do? They treated her that way. Now, I'm not supporting that the woman, incite a possible, problem like this. Not a riot, but incite, provoke others. I don't think provoking is the right way to get your attention sometimes in a situation like this. I think it's only going to fire up Donald Trump supporters. But I don't think that she should be forced out. If she wants to sit down and she's like standing in front of you, then yes. Because then that shit would piss me off too. I don't care what the person's wearing. If I can't see and the asshole won't sit down, and if that were the problem, that could have been the issue, which you just wouldn't sit down. I don't know if everyone was standing, but that's fucking annoying when you have somebody who won't sit down in front of you. So if she was just standing the whole entire time, trying to get her attention, saying, look at me, and the only one in the crowd standing and you can't see around her and she's just there, then that would piss me off too. Like, oh, alright, I get it. You think you're being treated in a certain way, but can you sit down and do it at least so that way you're not blocking my view and I have to see the back of your shirt instead of seeing the rest of the auditorium or the rest of the crowd? I have to see, the back of your shirt. I don't want to look at you. I want to see everyone else. I want to see Donald Trump, the person who I paid to come see. Now, if that's the situation, I would tell her, yo, ladies, sit down. And if she's trying to provoke people by saying, well, this is how I'm going to be treated, and she's trying to cause that attention, then I totally blame her. And she should be treated like an asshole because she's being an asshole. But if she's not, and she's simply sitting there, and she stood up when, everyone else stood up, and she was following the rules appropriately. Now, I don't like saying the word appropriately, but if she was being appropriately, then fine. If it was appropriate, then fine. But if it wasn't, then, she's being a bitch. If she's just standing there pissing you off. I mean, what if you're watching a movie and a person just stood up and was like, I'm making a political point. Oh, fuck you, asshole. Just sit down. Or you're watching the Eagles game or some other football game at a stadium and a person's standing up and it's like, I'm rooting against the other team, so I'm going to stand in front of you. That shit would piss me off too. So if she's doing that, then kick her ass out, yes. But if she's following the rules and she's rocking her, supporter, she's not even having a sign, then no, that's wrong. If that's what it is, that's wrong. You should be allowed to go to a sporting event and wear the opposing team's jersey. And I'm from Philadelphia, and you don't do that shit at all, especially if you're Dallas. But when it comes to politics, you should be allowed to. You may not like it, but you should be allowed to. If you want to wear a shirt that says Donald Trump at a Bernie Sanders convention, and you're not, doing anything wrong, you're just wearing the shirt, and you're not blocking anyone's view, or you're not being an asshole, but you want to rock that style, the opposing thought, fine. I get it. As long as you're not, causing a problem and you're blocking other people's view, then I don't see a problem with it. But if you're intentionally going out to a rally just to piss people off and you're getting that attention and then you're saying, oh, poor me, I'm being persecuted and I'm being treated, unfairly. Well, you know what? Why did you do that? I mean, this is the attention that you wanted, and that's the attention you got. Now, should Donald Trump, audience members flip out and treat her like trash as she's walking away? No. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's, how people should act. But what is Donald Trump's, idea for this? I want to know. Is he just going to treat all the Muslims like shit and you're just going to have to get used to it? I would seriously like to know what his plans are. What is his ideas? All right, so I would love to hear everyone else's viewpoint. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me your ideas on what's going on. Is Donald Trump right or wrong? Is the spectators right or wrong? This is my viewpoint, and I want to know. I want to learn more, so that way I have a bigger perspective on life. All right, subscribe to the channel, Tommy Razorstein. Hit me up. Peace out, and don't forget to see Don Juan Banks and see Rich in Detroit. Peace out.